historic and UB Stadium, home of the Buffalo Bulls, where the fans know that no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bulls. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see, the UConn Huskies taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Buffalo Bulls. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff and we'll get this game going. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Buffalo's offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And that one could serve a lot of purposes. You knock all the butterflies out, you get your first completion.
Yeah, and I agree. You know, the first completion, you get hit, and I always loved it as a player on the first drive to when you got hit, you got that out of the way, you get the butterflies out of the way, then you kind of settle and you realize, all right, this is just football.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Pulls it in. It's Randall. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Agbana. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Buffalo! What a grab and go for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the UConn Huskies offense will get the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys in the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
The run from the shotgun. He breaks a tackle. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to...
Off to the races to the right. Past the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. He finds his man. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Catch in the middle, it's Bell. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Oh, big juke to get past. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
The AT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Randall. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out in the end zone was not a good one. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Got him downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He lofts one down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We played 1, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They're going to throw it again. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Got a man, it's Porter. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And here comes the offense on second down. They give it to him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. This UConn offense really has it going. The give to the back. Fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He makes a catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go to the ground. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Splits the uprights. Good.
That makes the score Buffalo 14, UConn 10.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. UConn going back to work on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. He's going to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Porter. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. UConn is now threatening in the red zone.
And that's a first down for the offense.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Gets it out quickly. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UConn!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Agbana. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that 1st down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Caught near the sticks. It's Gump. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's looking to throw it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Buffalo! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UConn offense goes back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create someone. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And now on second down for this offense. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Western New York. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
UConn going back to work on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is it.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback.
Got a lot of running room. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field, and it's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Agbana looking to scramble. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Right on target this time. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Got his man to the left. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know.
Touchdown Bulls! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst. He showed all of those attributes right there.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
You run the slant route, they won't. And this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Robinson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Makes the grab. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone.
Down at the
Coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Give to the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Gets it out fast. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the air, it's Agbana. Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Bulls are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Looking to throw for it. They're bringing heat. Now he's going to break the pocket. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Unleashes one deep. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Escapes trouble. Got his man. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by 1 possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time. He hit him and forced the incompletion.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all...
Looking for the end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover. But they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to throw deep right side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Second down coming up. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Bulls will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Bell. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buffalo!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
25.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Let's go. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the